Joe, guys didn't make a field goal over the last basically 4 minutes. What happened down the stretch?
I thought we got good looks. Just didn't think we made them.
And the team's execution, you had turnovers, offensive fouls. It seems to be a recurring issue down the stretch of close games. Why does that keep happening?
So, yeah, the offensive fouls, there's someone there, but you have to kick it to the next open guy. They do a good job of protecting the paint. And some of the turnovers were unfortunate. Just lost the ball at half court. But, when we did get a shot off, we got a good one, and we just have to execute better. We have to find the open man.
Joe, is it a consideration to double Jimmy Butler, especially when it seems like in this series he's getting to his spots and he scores on any one single defender you have?
I think when he misses, we have to get the rebound. So we gave up 2 very, very critical offensive rebounds. And then we let Duncan Robinson get loose for a couple threes in the fourth quarter. And so I think focusing on, the role guys getting going is more important than that. And when he misses, we have to get the rebound. And so I thought we played relatively good defense, on possessions, and we didn't finish plays.
Defensively, what did they do in the last 6 minutes to make it hard for you guys to score?
I mean, they played zone, but I thought we played a better place. I thought Jayson just made the right play, got the ball where it needed to go, whether it was him or others. And when we didn't turn it over, I thought we got good looks.
Joe, the way Miami played tonight, this is really textbook them over the years. You guys have faced them so many different times over those last few years, so you know what to expect about how they close out, how they try to swipe and trap. So why do you think you guys can't stay a step ahead even when you kind of understand what's coming?
Because it comes down to the details and the margins, and so we have to, when we get a stop, when we force them into a difficult shot, we have to get the rebound. When we have open shots, we have to take them. When we draw 2, we have to pass it. And so this is a series of discipline and mindset, and there was times throughout the game where we weren't the more disciplined team.
Coach, I know it's a free-flowing offense, and whoever gets the best look gets the shot. But is there ever a scenario in your mind where you feel like it's time to get Tatum a bucket?
I mean, he had the ball in his hands almost the entire game.
Right, but was there ever like an emphasis to be like, this play is going for Tatum throughout down the stretch? Is that something that happens often?
Against zone, that happens a lot, yeah. But against zone, I thought with him the ball in his hands and the ability to make the right play, whether it was a pull-up 3 or an opportunity to get downhill, I thought he was extremely aggressive, and I thought he did a great job with the ball in his hands, making the right play.
And what did you tell the guys after this game?
We got to win one at a time.
Joe, was there any consideration to going to Rob over Al to end the game?
No.
What was the reasoning to go with Al over Rob in crunch time?
Al's finished every game he's played.
You went back with Grant in the rotation. What led to the decision tonight, and how did you see him faring overall?
Just like his physicality, like his rebounding, his ability to communicate defensively. Thought he'd give us some really good minutes.
And what led you went with Derek to start the second half? Did you like that look going smaller to start?
I thought it gave us a different look. I thought we were able to change the matchups a little bit. I thought we got off to a good start. Yeah.
You mentioned the details and the margins before. What specifically do you see the Heat doing better, kind of on a consistent basis through these first 2 games?
Not turning it over and getting extra possessions.
And does that come down to rebounding, discipline? What's missing from your perspective on your
so
end?
Not turning it over is just making the right decision with the ball, whether it's you don't pass up an open shot or you kick it when you drive it. And then, they got critical offensive rebounds tonight that our first shot defense was good, and we didn't finish the play.
I know you said you told them just win one at a time. You guys have been in tough spots in different times and generally bounced back pretty strong. What do you kind of need to see just over these next couple of days? What do you see over even the rest of the series? This is obviously a more challenging predicament than you have been in even.
Yeah, just the consistency to the discipline and the mindset that it takes. Whether it's the finishing plays, valuing the basketball, making the right play. Like, it always comes down to those little things.
Joe, it seems like sometimes in crunch time situations, a lot of guys take it upon themselves to try to make a play. rather than, I think what you're talking about, making the right play, like they're trying to do it themselves. Is that accurate? Do you see that as something that guys are trying to do a little too much on their own and not trusting each other?
I mean, if you have turnovers and offensive fouls, you're clearly not making the right play. You know what I mean? Like, so I think you have to make better decisions. And so when we get into a situation, if you run a guy over, someone was probably open. You know?
Joe, is this a point where it's mental? It seems like they know they can get you guys. They know they can catch you guys. They didn't seem to panic. You guys seem to have just the yips a little bit. Is it mental at this point? And how and how do you get out of that mentality where you think you're playing not to lose?
I mean, I think that, like you said, it's a series of discipline and a mindset. So, yeah, it's mental from the standpoint of who can make the right plays at the right times, who can make the simple plays, who can win those details and those margins. So, yeah, it's definitely mental.
Joe, when Grant got in Jimmy's face there, is that just a case of emotions getting the best of him?
I mean, he didn't do anything that's wrong necessarily, so I don't think it's emotions getting the best of him. I thought, yeah. Thank you, Joe. Thank you.